In the name of Almighty God, the gracious, the merciful, respected participants, I welcome you in History English Literature group and also welcome you in our Facebook group PhD MPhil Linguistic and Literature. You're most welcome in our ESL Academy online, where we are teaching online and we are providing courtesy-based education to all participants, students and our groupies. I most welcome you all. Today our topic is Virginia Woolf novel The Lighthouse, To the Lighthouse. Prior to discuss about her novel, we would like to discuss a bit about Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf, the British modernist author, for the American children's author, Virginia Woolf, she was born on 25 January 1882 and she was died 28 March 1941. Was an English writer who was considered one of the most important modernist 20th century authors and pioneers in the use of the stream of consciousness as a narrative device. If we talk about the stream of consciousness is a term in which a writer narrates use narrative modes or method that attempt to depict the multitudinous thoughts and feelings which pass through minds. It means that when we use stream of consciousness, it is a special kind of narrative method in which your feeling, idea, fear, negative, positive, goodness, badness, creativity, your insight, your visionary idea, all things are collected and you use in a way to describe. It is quite a modern term in which you don't consider chronology or logical order or date or time method. You describe natural way, because artists and novel who use stream of consciousness, they are interested to write without chronological order, without date, without specific rule. They say that our thoughts are natural, so we should follow natural method, which doesn't follow any rule of chronology or predefined thoughts, times, like that. Virginia Woolf, she was the modern author and she was known the best modernist author of 20th century. In literary criticism, stream of consciousness is a narrative mode, a method that attempts to depict the multitudinous thoughts and feelings which passes through mind. The term was coined by William James in 1890 in his Principle of Psychology, and in 1980 the novelist May Sinclair 1863-1946 first applied the term stream of consciousness in the literary consent. Richardson's 1873-1957 novels. She was born in England. Virginia Woolf became a central subject of the 1970 movement of feminist criticism, and her work have since generated much attention and widespread commentary for the inspiring feminisms. An aspect of her writing that was unheralded earlier, her work are widely read all over the world and have been translated into more than 50 languages. She suffered from severe mental illness throughout her life and took her own life by drowning in 1941 at the age of 59. She committed suicide in the age of 59. So now we'll be talking about her novel, and you know that her novel is very prominent, and she followed the stream of consciousness in which she used narrative method to define, in which the writer used natural method to write something. He or she does not follow any rules or regulation like the classical method of writing novel or everything or genre. So over here, Virginia Woolf is not going to follow any rules or regulations of the classical methods of writing novels. She wrote novel quite modern way. So when we analyze her novel, it's full of symbolic. You have to write the psychology of the writer. What does writer want to say in this novel? Because she used modern term in a way to define her novel. There are three main aspects of this novel. The first is window, the second is time pass, and the third one is lighthouse. Now we'll elaborate and expound one by one. The first one is a window, which is, you could say, just start, in which we have the characters like Mrs. Ramsay, Mr. Ramsay, Lily, and their children. So all characters are over there. They are almost, it's a good time because it's just a start in which all the characters. We have the character of Ramsay. Ramsay is very nice lady, intelligent, beautiful, and good wife. Mr. Ramsay is also good person, having good thoughts, idea, but use deductive method. And as compared to, you could say, Mrs. Ramsay was very intelligent, beautiful, cute, and very attractive lady. She was a good wife as well, handling children, and she cooperates with all characters like children, Lily, and even other. In first character, you could say in first part, which is called as window. In this, all the characters are initiated. They are started. They are shown. Their values are shown. Their traits, features, all are shown in first part, which is known as window. So over here, Lily is completing her pictures. She's busy in paintings and doing his work, and which is the emblem and which is symbol of Virginia Woolf herself. She represents herself through Lily. And the second, the other main characters over here, which is introduced, Mrs. Ramsay, good, cooperative with other characters, and very loving lady, very beautiful lady, very attractive lady, very nice one, and cooperative wife as well. And she helps others, she consoles others, she interacts with others, and she controls other characters, even shares idea with children and husband, and all characters they get advantage from these characters. This character is very good, and which is known as the protagonist of the novel. And the second theme, you could say, the second part is time pass, which is almost 10-year durations, and which shows the, you could say, evening parts. And in this novel, some characters they are died due to First World War. The son of Mr. Ramsay, he was died due to First World War. So this way, it's a decay. This time shows the decay. It shows, you could say, this time shows a lot of characters they are dying, and lot of characters they are dying, which is at the most 10-year periods. And this time all the characters they suffer. Even Mr. Ramsay, Mrs. Lily couldn't complete pictures. This time show the decay, degeneration, destruction, and you could say devastation. sorrow, depression, anxiety. So all agonies, tortures, all that is shown in this period. So the third part, which shows, you could say, just like the morning time. So the third one is lighthouse, and Mr. Ramsay and the children and Lily, she completes her pictures, which is also known as morning times, the flourish times, the growing times. Lily completes her pictures, and Mr. Ramsay come to homes, and a lighthouse is a symbol of light and the growth, the goodness, the greatness, stability, firmness, the greatness. All things occur in third part, which is also called lighthouse. And lighthouse is the emblem and a features and a symbol of lights. So this way Lily completes her pictures, which is show that which is the mouthpiece of Virginia Woolf herself, and it shows that Lily is a perfect one. She does not follow the traditional way of thinking, traditional way of living. Rather, she is a firm one and completes pictures, and show that this way we can complete pictures. So whole novel shows the one day where we have a night, evening, and morning, which is the dawn one, which is you could say the growing period, the goodness and greatness. This way, this novel is completed, like shows the whole days, totally unnatural, totally you could say without chronological and logical and date and time order. Rather, it's totally unconventional. It's not follow the conventional traditional method of writing novel. Virginia Woolf give stream of consciousness, new method of thought, new method of writing, new method of producing ideas, generating idea through stream of consciousness. All that we have in her novel. I hope you will understand my lectures, and if you understand this lecture, don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Our channel name is the ESL Academy by Sarana, where we are uploading new lectures. And don't forget to click on bell icons, because once you click on bell icon, you will be able to receive new videos, new notification related to new videos. Stay blessed and have a nice time.